What is going on, tribe, and welcome back to another Galaxy of Heroes video with me, your boy Scribe. How the devil are we all doing? I just thought I'd take a quick moment today and have a little bit of a chat about an old but gold legendary character in Galaxy of Heroes. We're talking about Darth Revan. Not that namby-pamby, white, dressed up Revan bloke. No, we're talking about the Sith Lord, Darth Revan. He's making a comeback, and it's pretty sick. Darth Revan has to be one of the most fantastic units that CG have ever released. I remember the hype of when this guy came out in like 2018, 2019, something like that, and it was absolutely phenomenal. We had like a whole year of Old Republic content, and since then, the only real harkening back we've had is Malgus, the Fury-class Interceptor, and of course, the Leviathan. And that brings me to my first point. Darth Revan is a Relic 9 requirement for the Leviathan, which is supposed to be the most meta-capital ship, but the executor just comes in with a punishing one and says, actually, hold my ships. So, yeah, all I'm trying to say, really, with this is that Relic 9ing on a Darth Revan is not something typically you would want to do, but it's not all bad news, because this boy, in 3v3s in particular, absolutely claps cheeks, and I know we're about to do our very last round of 3v3 for another month. We'll have the off week, then we'll have 5v5, but when it circles back round to 3v3, try to remember, Darth Revan is absolutely phenomenal, and he beats some pretty damn good teams. So I'm just over here on Suga Insights taking a look at the types of teams that Darth Revan can beat and beat reliably for good banners in 3v3. Right at the top, and this is where I like to use my Darth Revan these days, he destroys the Great Mothers, and you don't need to have Malgus. In fact, I almost want to say Malgus is a detriment to the setup here, which is great for newer characters, newer players, because they won't necessarily have got Malgus, they won't have got the Fury-class Interceptor and all that business. You don't even need it. Great Mothers is such a fantastically good team on defense. Even after they've lost their Datacron, they can still prove to be an issue. But nearly a 90% win ratio over here facing off against the Great Mothers is really, really reliable. The battle has got a little bit of nuance to it, and we'll go over that in a minute, but once you know how to beat it, it is so very good, so very reliable. What else can it beat? I mean, Captain Enoch, we can see somewhere else that it's got really high win ratios against Captain Enoch. Anything that's going to force that damage immunity, force that death mark over onto Captain Enoch, make him that quicker to defeat is going to be a good thing. Revan's team also, with their ferocity, it raises up their crit chance so that you can actually circumvent the negative crit chance that Enoch passes to his team and means you can kill his allies quicker. So super reliable there. It takes out things like CLSC-3PO, which is decent, Rex 5s, which is decent, Darth Trooper Moff Gideon, which is decent, and Finn Zori, which again is decent. All of these teams, they might not be like top-end meta teams. He's not stomping down GLs, but he's taking down some of the topper sort of B and A tier teams that you will frequently see in Kyber 1 on defense. This is all data based on Kyber 1, by the way, guys, so you know that this is what sort of top-end GAC players are using to counter teams. Takes out annoying teams like Tuscans, but I wouldn't really look to rely on that because with the current Datacron set, it can be a little bit gnarly. What else is it good against? Dash with Hondo and Vandor Chewbacca, an irritating team if ever I saw one. Overall, though, the main focus that I wanted to go over today, look, even Adrad, which is a great team as well. The main focus I wanted to go over today was actually the Great Mothers. How do we beat it? Why does it work? Let's go check it out. So typically when it comes to using the Datacron, if you are going to be using a Datacron for this Great Mothers team, I've just got some footage from my previous GAC on in the background over here. You're really looking for something that's going to add just a little bit of bulk to your team. Anything, if you've got that 15% additional max health and protection for Darkseid, the 25% turn meter is useful if you don't have that, and anything that will add anything to your sort of max health or max protection will do fine here. You don't need anything fancy. There are, of course, in this new set, nothing really in the level 6 and the level 9s that are really going to help. Just get that level 3 that's got that bulk on it and you'll be absolutely golden. Now, you want to have Darth Revan, you don't want to use Malgus, as I said before. Darth Revan's leadership gives you the ability to place death mark on the enemy leader when any of the allies fall below 50% health. When I say allies, I mean the enemy team. So very straightforward. You will almost always have Doomed land on Revan, and that's not actually a bad thing, and let me explain to you why very quickly. Now, when the enemy dooms your character, you actually lose all of your protection, and then every time you take a turn, or every time Great Mothers uses a basic on the character who is doomed, you'll lose 20% max health. Normally, that is an awful, terrible thing. However, in 3v3 and GAC, It has one benefit. If you have no protection, just like Malak has, it actually counts as full protections in terms of banners. So if you survive, you actually keep yourself an extra banner there. A little bit of a silver lining. Okay, so moving on. What do we actually want to do here? We want our Malak taunting, and we want to try and control the enemy team until we get an opportunity to either attack the Great Mothers, or what I prefer to do is go for the weakest enemy unit. Usually, if they're using Spirit, it will be Spirit. So try and get that shock over there on Morgan Elsbeth, and then target the Spirit. The reason I want to do that is I want to try and trigger Spirit to be below 50% health. When that happens, and you can see it nearly happened there, the enemy leader, Great Mothers, will get death marks. And look, we didn't even get the death mark there, and we completely destroyed it. I'll use some other footage to show that in action, and you can see how quickly we actually just tear through this team. They don't even do anything, and I think we actually finish here with complete max banners, a 1-minute battle for an enemy team that is quite literally top tier. And here we go again, exact same setup once again, Darth Revan leadership with Malak over here. The Doomed once again goes on Darth Revan, which it almost always does. I've never had it happen and land on Basti. It's been either Malak or DR, and really either one is fine. Life Drain immediately on that Night Sister Spirit. She's nearly below 50% health. Basic, below 50% health, we triggered the death mark on Great Mothers, and she almost instantly dies there. It's a great start, so we just suck her off, and there she goes. Job done, game over, we've already won. Isn't it wonderful? This time, I don't think we ended up with maximum banners, because this Spirit is Relic 8, and it had about 12,000 offense or something crazy. So they did some pretty good damage to us there, but we managed to heal up for the most part, I say. Looks like we might lose a bit of banners over there on the Malak. I probably could have drawn it out a little bit longer for more banners, we'll see. Oh no, well, maybe we finish off with actual max banners there, 57. Wonderful. See, that's 2 battles back to back, finished in basically 1 minute flat, and we get pretty much maximum banners all the time. 57 there. Let's just quickly go over my history and see how many times I've used this team successfully in this round of 3v3. We can see it over here, it says 55, but I think that's because it's not counting the protection banners that are missing. We actually got 57 there. Let's see where else. A 56 over here. They must not have doomed our Darth Revan the following day, or the following round of GAC, so it's probably 57. Max banners, max banners. Round 3, did we use it again? It really depends. Yep, it's there again, 55. They obviously doomed our Darth Revan over there. So really, you can see I used it every single round of Season 61 there. Where else have we used it? Do we use it over here? Let's have a look. Yep, once again over here, 55 banners over here against this bloke over here. And let's see. Was it anywhere there? Once again here. You can see it's just a super reliable team that you can use to your advantage. I would almost say at this point it's probably worth bringing Great Mothers off of defense and using her offensively in GAC 3v3s. The reason I say that is because she can take out some phenomenal teams on offense. We're looking at characters like the Great Mothers can take down things like Queen Amidala with R9, Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon Jinn, and a good Kron. It can take down pretty much any team that's not a Galactic Legend, and some teams, sometimes, that are Galactic Legends themselves. So what I like about this is it is transforming the way that we enact with teams and meta comps in GAC, and that's nothing but a good thing. Let me know in the comments section down below, do you want to know a few other tricks and tips that I've used for my GAC battles, and I will happily go over them for you. I will see you all in the very next video, tribe. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.